Hi guys, welcome back. This is Law Online, the virtual law class for non-lawyers. My name is May and I am your teacher. This is the second video of the series on forgery. If you haven't seen the first one, you may look for it under the title Intro to Forgery. A link is also provided below for your convenience. In the previous video, I mentioned that there are 7 different ways of committing forgery. The law calls these the 7 acts of falsification. This video will discuss the first of these acts, particularly the act of counterfeiting of handwriting or signature. Please note that it is not only the signature that may be counterfeited. Under this act, counterfeiting of handwriting is also a crime. I will discuss that last. For the moment, let us focus on the act of counterfeiting a signature. What constitutes counterfeiting of signature? This is actually easy to understand because this is what most people understand forgery to be. When we hear the word forgery, the image that comes to mind is the act of copying a signature. But this concept is very limiting. Counterfeiting is not just copying. It can be done in 2 ways: by imitation, which is technically copying, or by feigning. When we talk about imitation, we presume that there is a genuine signature that is being copied. The imitator makes an attempt to copy the genuine signature and then pass off the imitation as the genuine one. In the imitation of a signature, the imitation bears sufficient resemblance to the genuine signature. On the other hand, when we talk about feigning a signature, there is no genuine signature being copied. There is no genuine signature at all. The forger simply creates a signature from his imagination and then uses it as his own. Let me illustrate. Let's say Juan went to ABC Bank and opened an account under the fictitious name of Roldan Tan. He does not personally know of any person by the name of Roldan Tan. He opens an account under that fictitious name so that his creditors will not be able to find his money. Juan then signed the bank documents as Roldan Tan using a signature that he invented out of thin air. When he did that, Juan committed an act of feigning a signature. So let me put that very simply for you to remember it with ease. When we talk about counterfeiting a signature, we mean either one of 2 ways. It can be imitating, which is the copying of a genuine signature and then passing off the fake signature as the genuine one, or it can be feigning, which is the inventing of a signature purely out of your imagination and using this imagined signature as your own. Both acts of imitating and feigning are acts of falsification, provided of course that the other elements of forgery are present. But you will ask, what are the elements of forgery? I have been talking about this since the first video. I will not answer this question now, but I promise that I will dedicate one video in this series solely to the discussion of the elements of forgery. There is one question that is very common when it comes to the act of imitating a signature, and that question is this: does a fake signature have to be a perfect replica of the genuine one? When talking about imitating signatures, it is not necessary for the forged signature to be a perfect replica of the genuine one. It is enough that the person doing the imitation had the intention of copying the genuine signature. How do we determine that intention? The intention to imitate a signature is determined by the look of the fake signature. How much does the fake signature look like the genuine one? How much resemblance does it bear to the genuine signature? If there is sufficient resemblance between the two, then it can be assumed that the forger intended to imitate the genuine signature. The fake signature does not have to be a perfect replica of the genuine one. But if the fake signature has sufficient resemblance to the genuine one, it may be safely assumed that the perpetrator had the intention of making an imitation. In other words, if the fake signature sufficiently resembles the genuine signature, it is safe to say that an act of falsification has been committed. But let us suppose that the fake signature does not resemble the genuine signature in any way. Did the person copying the signature commit an act of falsification? I am not talking here about feigning a signature. I am talking about imitating. There is a genuine signature, and the perpetrator makes an attempt to copy it. But the fake signature that he creates bears no resemblance at all to the genuine signature. Did he commit an act of falsification? The answer is yes and no. Yes, he committed an act of falsification, but no, he did not commit an act of counterfeiting of signature. The falsification he committed in this case comes from committing another act of falsification, particularly the act of creating an appearance of participation. That will be the subject of my next video. Now earlier, I promised to discuss the act of counterfeiting a handwriting. How does one counterfeit a handwriting? Very simple. If a person mimics the handwriting of another with the intention of making it appear that whatever it is he is writing is the writing of that other person, then he is counterfeiting his handwriting. That too is an act of falsification, and provided the other elements of falsification are present, then the perpetrator can be liable for the crime. This is all for this video. Join me again in the next video of this series. To make sure you don't miss it, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button below and I will see you in the next video. Ciao!